Well, they'll be calling you a radical. Remember when I named it the Big Z and Plutonium Wars, clear back in 2013, 2014? And I says, this is the big prize. Remember, YouTube goes after me. Everybody hates speech for saying Z. What? Well, that's the name of the plant. I told you it was the big prize of this war. Sugar wars, textile wars, molasses wars, cocaine cowboys, poppy field fucking wars, fucking blood for oil wars, plutonium wars, the big Z. So they've arrested Russia has arrested the plant manager, blindfolded him, took him to a disclosed fucking place, and they've told all employees, if you want to stay working here, you need to fucking reapply through Rosatom, the fucking state-run Russian fucking... Remember the state-run fucking nuclear companies here in the United States? Westinghouse, bankrupt. Chicago Bridge and Iron, bankrupt. Arriba, the French freaking bankrupt. How come they're still standing? He went to Jared because of Price Anderson pork. I told you this was all about. This is the big prize. Why? Nuclear reactors are not there to make nuclear energy. Never were. You know how much energy it takes to keep one open? Spent fuel. Standing on the state line, the old Soviet state line, turning holy water into wine, turning uranium 238 to 235. Uranium 235 is not what comes out of the earth. You know, the filthy green, it's the most filthy, disgusting thing on earth. You have to mine uranium. Then the nasty of the nasty that everybody quantum leaps over, the centrifuge process. The pellets that are in the rods, Western zirconium is right behind my house. Those criminal derelicts. The pellets that are in the rods are uranium-235, the most unnatural thing in the history of mankind. How do they get that? So they take uranium-238. By the way, when the process leaves a 98% byproduct tailings. It's the most filthy, disgusting. It makes oil and coal, old coal look like freaking sunshine, bananas, potato chips. They gas it with a hex gas. They do it in Illinois. They do it in Bruce, the big one, in Canada, Eastern Canada. They spin it. Fission versus fusion is the same fucking thing. So they put it into a centrifugal giant force and they spin it, and then they hit it with the hex gas to induce it. They collide together and they separate. It's nasty. It leaves a 98% byproduct. When the atom collides and splits, goes psycho, it produces all kinds of the most unnatural thing on Earth, including plutonium. This is what Putin was after the whole time. There is probably more uranium-235 there than maybe anywhere else, at least in Europe. Y12, Y25, Megan Rice, Knoxville, Tennessee. That's what they're after. That's exactly what they're after. And everybody gives me so much shit. You know, YouTube was all over me for talking about the Z, the big Z, and what this prize was. You know? And if you don't think nuclear is cancer, you're a stupid fucker. It's exactly what it is. What's the answer? The answer has always been that right there, the sun. The sun. Let's keep Diablo Canyon open. Let's keep Diablo Canyon. Let's keep Diablo Canyon open. Why? $4.4 million a day in taxpayer pork when California's producing 200% more solar a day than they can use. They got nowhere to put it. Why? Why? Because states like Utah block it from coming into the grid. Why is not Utah 100% solar? The sun shines all day, every day here. Fucking the new desert. Fukushima, the greatest ecological catastrophe in human history. Denial. So Putin, that's his big prize. That's what he was after the whole time. As I said it, play back the tape, Your Honor. I named it. I'm the guy that named that reactor the Big Z so many years ago. Where's your VN addresses? So I'm supposed to be in Austria soon. I don't know. Pretty scary situation over there. You know. Here it is. No. Where's your Vienna addresses? There it is. So, this was made all over the world, this thing. It's a dress. I used to do a lot of work with them, man. Yeah, the IAEA is going to save us. They're headed to Moscow. Yeah, look it up. The head of the IAEA, I talked to him personally. You know, the former head of the IAEA. You go to Fukushima, Japan, you'll get cancer, it'll kill you. I was in Vienna when he died. Out of nowhere. Oh, it wasn't cancer. Then it comes out years later, sure shit, it was cancer. Again, the big Z. I'm the call that... Oh, let me... So that's the prize? Oh boy. Nuclear reactors are not there to make nuclear energy. Most nuclear reactors take more energy to keep open. Why? Because it's spent fuel. They were never built to store spent fuel. There's no repositories. They have to keep the spent fuel pools cool. They have to keep them warm. Freaking, what a ticking time bomb that is over there. So the plant manager has been arrested by Russia. They said they blindfolded him, took him to an undisclosed place. I'm sure they're interrogating him, you know. And by the way, how many state secrets, you know, nuclear bombs, state secrets, did Snowjob give to Putin? Well, do you think that's coincidence? You just gave him freaking citizenship? Wow, what an epic time we live in. Beyond scary. They're going to nuke us? They already did. Building nuclear reactors on the Ring of Fire. There's the most irresponsible thing in human history. What? Tsunamis don't happen? Earthquakes don't happen on the Ring of Fire? The greatest nuclear bomb disaster fucking in history. Earthquake did that. Fukushima, Japan. Still waiting for the main event. Still waiting for the main event. The ecology has crashed. You live in denial. TikTok, Diablo Canyon Clock. Fukushima never woke you up in the Central Coast of California. Don't want to live like a Chernobyl nuclear energy refugee. Don't want to live like a Fukushima nuclear energy refugee. Don't want to live like a Central Coast, Los Angeles, California nuclear energy refugee. They'll just tell you to shelter in place, and then you go to West 10 and die of leukemia like the night Saturday. So, broke my bracelet, so I put it up. So, got to get a new one. So, sugar wars, textile wars, molasses wars, cocaine cowboys. In Europe, they don't even call the Civil War here the Civil War. They call it the Textile War. Blood for oil wars. Oh, who did that? Poppy fields wars. The top of the heap. Plutonium wars. Putin got his prize. Is that what he was up to all the time? What is there as far as MOX fuel? MOX fuel is against the law in the United States, so what did we do? We shipped it to Japan. Where's it at now? Go get a bone marrow biopsy. I've had 13 of them. And check your bone marrow and see where the MOX fuel is. You can chalk everything that's happened post-Fukushima to coincidence. You know, the heat bubble over the Western Heights, Great Salt Lake's gone to fucking dry. 2011. Salmon collapse, 2011. Starfish collapse, 2011. All the trees start to burn all over the Western United States. Plutonium fires all over. In Idaho, you need to get all you people in Idaho, because it's raging out of control burning. You know, you need to get up there and rake up your forest. Plutonium wars. Stay tuned.